I mean, yeah, I had no idea what it was going to be, when we first came here. Me and your father, we had no idea what it was going to be like. All I knew was, we were trying to get away from what was going on in our country.
The intent was for JT, my husband, to study and for us to go within those 2 years to go back to Liberia.
Sky and I are going back home. We're going to Liberia in
are,
season
y'all.
2.
We're going to Liberia.
We're going to Liberia.
We are going home, y'all.
We're going back to Liberia. We have so much more exciting things to come. We're going to Liberia. We're excited to go home.
Yes!
Since I left Liberia when I was 4, I haven't been back to Liberia at all. During the war, we didn't go back. Since I've been in the United States, I haven't been back. Majority of my family, though, they are still in Liberia. My immediate family, my mom, my dad, my sister, they are here. But just going back and reading on how things were in Liberia really, really broke my heart. Here we are, we have a country that's producing rubber and ore that the world needs. We are the top exporter of rubber and ore. And you have greedy people, instead of taking care of your country and taking care of your infrastructure and things that are there, you won't come just to be a president to steal the people's money. Liberia could have been one of those dominant countries, and we lost that opportunity because of greedy people.
When I was in Liberia, I feel like I kind of saw the two extremes. Most of the time we were in Monrovia, and in Monrovia it was very, very busy, and there's always people out, always people around, horns honking all the time. There probably was only maybe one traffic light, so people were kind of just driving however they wanted. So it was always kind of busy and a little chaotic, but at the same time there was this life about it where people had Liberian music playing and people are setting up their shops to sell their products. So it's kind of like in New York when you have everybody setting up and vending and things like that. Everybody is just trying to make a living selling or doing whatever it is. One person's cleaning shoes, the other one's making jewelry. So I feel like, despite all the chaos, everybody was kind of on some type of mission. We went to Robertsport in Cape Mount County, which was kind of the opposite. It was not a whole lot of people and just very quiet, but it was also really just beautiful. The scenery and the beaches, they're crystal clear, they're clean, because there's not a whole lot of you don't have things like the boardwalk and stuff like that we have here. It's just the beach. There's kids just playing and having fun, surfing, and people cooking, frying the fish that they just caught from the ocean. So I think that in that same way, people over there, although their environment was a lot different, they're still just trying to make a living, just like in the city, just different scenery.
My hopes for the future of Liberia is that our people come together. My hope is that they realize, they recognize that Liberia is a great country and we can be one of the most dominant in the continent. Those corrupt-minded people need to stay away from our country, and the people in Liberia need to vote not based on their feelings, but based on someone who they trust that will really make the change in Liberia. So, like Ellen Sharif, our current president, I was really happy when she got in office. That woman has done a whole lot to make that country better. She have worked with different foreign countries to forgive debts that we owe. Countries don't forgive debts that you owe. That's like America asking China to forgive their debt. China not gonna do it. But since Ellen been in office, billions of dollars have been forgiven. The point to that is we need people like her to take us into the future. Liberia needs to be exporting our resources. That's the only way that country will grow. Certain part of Liberia don't even have lights still and running water. Most part does now, but have been this is a whole country and you don't have lights? That's insane.
I hope that it does reach its potential in all its different areas because it is a really beautiful country and it's, so many resources, people with a lot of different talents and skills. I feel like, even before the war and everything, Liberia was in a better state, and I feel like, it's possible to become even better than it was. I don't think it's impossible for them to be a developed country because I feel like they have what they need or that they can get what they need. It's just a matter of putting in the action and the effort to do it.